Welcome to part 5 of the PPP Loan Forgiveness Calculator. I'm David Worrell, this is DIY CFO, and this is the funnest part of our calculation tonight because we finally get to see everything come together and tell you exactly how much of this PPP loan will be forgiven. So, if you've done all the first tabs, the payroll calculator, the FTE calculator, the wage calculator, and you've got that complete, all those numbers are going to roll up into tab number 4, the forgiveness calculator. So without any further ado, let's go to tab number 4. Tab number 4 gives us just a little reminder. Step number 1, are you spending enough on qualified expenses? So you remember that we had $1 million loan, but we only found ways to spend $920,000 of that. That's $79,000, man, that's a shame, but we've lost the opportunity to spend that money, and we never found a way to use it on qualified expenses, so it's going to have to be paid back. It will not be forgiven. However, there's also those double whammy gotchas we talked about. Double whammy gotcha number 1 is you didn't employ enough people. So in step number 2, when we calculated the FTEs, you only had 6 out of the 7.7 FTEs return to work in the during the 8-week period. So that was a 21%, that's 21% fewer employees, and as a result, it's a 21% penalty on the forgiveness. Now remember, we had a forgiveness of $920,800, so 21% of that is $200,173. You're going to have to pay back 21% of the total forgiveness or total qualified expenses simply because you did not hire that extra 1.7 people. And remember, you had $79,000 to do that, to employ that extra 2 people, and you would have gotten over that hump. All right, don't worry about that yet. Just keep in mind that right now we've got a $200,000 penalty against us for not employing enough people. In step number 3, we learned, did you cut anyone's pay by too much? And unfortunately, yes, we did. We cut several people by more than the 25% limit on pay cuts, and we had $11,000 that was a dollar for dollar penalty in forgiveness or a reduction of forgiveness. So $11,346 was more money that we were going to have to pay back. We were looking at a total penalty of $211,000 plus unused money of $80,000, so $290 some thousand we were going to have to give back out of our $1 million PPP loan. Well, Congress realized that that might still be a difficult thing to overcome in a short 8-week period, so they gave you until June 30th. For those of you who got their loan a little bit later and June 30th actually falls into your 8-week period, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to say. Maybe there'll be some better guidance from the SBA coming out. But right now, by the end of your 8-week period or by June 30th, whichever is later, you must have corrected those shortfalls. You had 2 shortfalls, FTEs and wages that you cut too much. So you have one more chance to correct them by June 30th. If you correct them, you can answer yes in this blue box, and it will back out that penalty. If you hired enough new people, so you needed 1.67, if you hired 2 more people or at least 1.67 people, then the calculator will automatically back out that headcount penalty. So that's all you got to do on this tab is just these 2 blue boxes. The penalties are already previously calculated. By filling out those 2 boxes, you will back out any penalties. Hopefully you didn't have any penalties, but in any case, we'll come down here and see that you now qualify for the expected forgiveness of $920,000. That number should look familiar by now. And if you do that, you're still going to have to pay back $79,200, as we keep saying. And as you know, this is a 2-year loan at 1% interest. Perhaps you recall that your payments don't even begin until January 1st of next year. So you don't have to make any payments on this loan until 2021. And at that time, you'll have about 16, 17, maybe 18 months to pay back the loan. And that means your loan payment amount will be about $4,752. Now, this is not a full loan amortization schedule. I didn't do any kind of tricky math. I just took $79,200 and I divided by 17 or 18 months that you're going to have to repay that. And that's $4,752. Okay, it's just that simple. Everything that you did before rolls up onto this tab. You make sure that you've corrected any of the shortfalls in the meantime, and the calculator will tell you what you owe back and how much your payments are going to be for each month in 2021. Thanks for joining us. I hope that you've maximized your PPP loan forgiveness. I hope that you'll join our subscribers on the YouTube channel. I hope that you'll send me an email and tell me what you did right, what you did wrong, what you think about the calculator, whatever's on your mind. Drop me a line at david@fusecfo.com and keep your eye on our DIY CFO products. They're here for you. Be safe.